Hello. Yeah, I've got a tension headache myself, and you know why. I'm kind of just... I need to focus on something else. Been very not feeling well today. The neighbors can be energy vampires at times. I know they don't mean it, but I'm only human. I have my limits. Kind of what I'm realizing. And it's not like they do it to be malicious. I don't want people to think that's why. It's just how they are. But it's very clear it's having adverse effect on me. I really need to get away, even for just a weekend, and like not take care of anyone. That really feels like where I'm at right now. Do not take care of anyone. Just take care of no one but myself. Very apparent. I'm at that point. Yeah, taking care of people is very hard. It's very hard. Even when it seems easy on the outside, like, oh, you just sit there and play games and take care of the cats. I'm like, no, I have to take on all their stress every day. Every single day I have to take it on. Because if I don't, no one else will. Sometimes I feel like, you know, maybe I'm overreacting, I shouldn't be this stressed. I'm like, no, this is what everyone goes through. Even just taking care of animals. If the people were not there, it'd still be stressful, right? But the people there, you know, they have their own stuff going on, and unfortunately I kind of have to take on a lot of it. It's that and the cats, and then managing my own stuff. It just gets overwhelming sometimes. I feel like very just shut down and exhausted and drained. Unfortunately, it doesn't pay anywhere near as much as it should. If they got more of the cats fixed and rehomed a bunch of them, the ones that like aren't socialized, I think that I probably would get paid more, but more importantly, they would have a better quality of life themselves. But every single time I give them an out for their problems, they just don't do it. And I think that's what frustrates me the most, because I care. I know what it's like to feel stuck and just trapped, and like you just can't get out of the situation you're in. You have no control. It's like I tell them solutions, and they don't listen. They don't do it. The situation just gets worse, and I'm the one that has to take the brunt of it most of the time. And I feel that's why I've been like not wanting to make videos. I haven't been streaming as much. I've been more visibly and audibly frustrated on streams and stuff, and I feel bad because I've had some people bad-mouthing me. It's like, well, you don't know anything I deal with. You guys only know what I tell you. Like, what I decide to share and the way that I might act might seem weird, but it's something that people who have a lot of trauma and stress from outside factors they have no control over. It's very common to be easily frustrated and annoyed and flustered, heated. It's very common, and I always thought that it was just some kind of problem I had. It's just like I'm the opposite. I went through most of my life feeling like there's something seriously wrong with me, and I'm like, no, I deal with things better than I could. I don't self-medicate, you know. That's part of the problem over there, is the brother self-medicates with alcohol and smoking and stuff, and it's like not helping. So it's really put things into perspective. I have my problems, I have my demons. I might get angry and frustrated, but it's only natural with what I'm dealing with. I'm thankful for the people who do understand, because some people have left the community and they've said hurtful things that aren't true about me. That really fucks with you mentally. The gaslighting. You know, it's like they don't live with me. They don't live in my body, in my shoes. They don't know the shit I deal with. And if, you know, they want to cut me off because of actual serious stuff I'm dealing with, they can fuck off. So I've been nothing but supportive, and people have problems in here. I, like, very rarely ban anyone or anything, unless they're really deliberately trying to get under my skin, or they can't follow, like, basic instructions, rules. You know, I don't ban anybody. I understand, like, hey, you know, sometimes you're just having a shit day, and it's easy to say stuff that might piss off the streamer. It happens. I've done it before, too. I understand. That's why I give people second chances a lot. I'll get mad at somebody if they try to get under my skin, but unless they keep doing it, I'm fine with them being part of the community. I don't mind. I'm not exactly a patron saint of keeping it shit together myself for all the reasons I just mentioned the past few minutes. So I'm cool with people having rough days, you know, they come back and apologize. That's fine. But if you keep doing it, you know, it's like you're clearly just trying to get under my skin, so you're welcome to be ousted from the community. But I'm very thankful I have not had to deal with it that much. It's mostly random people that, like, aren't regulars that come in. There definitely is a lot of people that come into streams, they think that they're so important. You know, it's like this isn't a large channel, but the people think that if you ban them, it's going to be this downward spiral. It's like, no. Even if I only had 20 subscribers, if there was one troll in here trying to piss me off, I'd ban him. I don't care. There's 19 other people. Even if I only had 20 subs. If you're getting under my skin, I don't care how many or how little subscribers I have. You're out. People think that they're more important than they are. Most specifically trolls on the internet. What's up, Alvi? Hello. Man, good tracks playing right here. I had to start this game over. Changing the subject, I had to start this game over because I fucked up my save file. Not the main one, but the New Game Plus one I started a couple days ago. I forgot to recruit a couple characters. So I'm starting again, but it'll only take like an hour to get back to where I was. I'm like pretty much maxed out, so I don't have to fight anything. This remake did the blessed thing of removing random encounters entirely, so you don't have to fight anything you don't want to. You don't have to fight anything. Just get right back to where I was. But yeah, I made some mistakes. I made some mistakes in my last playthrough, so just to wind down a bit, I'm gonna play this for a bit, and then I'm gonna start one of the 2 new games. I figured this would be a nice way to start the stream, because I've been very escalated today because of stuff with my neighbor and my own shit as well. I'll just start this. It's just relaxing. It's nice music. Doesn't take any skill. I'll play the sweaty games after this. I actually got some mods for Lost Judgment, so I want to try that. We're gonna try that at some point tonight. Might be the last game or the second game tonight.
Come on, Bunny! Come on, Bunny! Come on, Bunny!
Abby, yeah, we all make that mistake. It's like seniority bias. Seniority bias with people is a problem we all face, really. It's like, you know what, I don't need this person around anymore. You get scared of not having them around, but it's like, you know, they haven't been treating you well. It's better for them to be gone, honestly. And that's kind of what I'm learning. Let new people in that treat me better than those people ever did. It's hard for me with my abandonment trauma, but I'm proud of the progress I've made. That's all you can really ask of yourself, is just... sometimes people are gonna treat you like garbage. And it's not your fault. If you have trauma like I do, it's very hard to get into that mindset and that realization, but when you do, life gets a lot easier. You wish you could do that in real life. You're working in retail, and some, like, soccer mom comes in and starts causing a ruckus, throwing a tantrum, acting worse than their children. You could just push start and skip the cutscene, and they're just not in line anymore, they're gone. You deal with the situation, you just skip it entirely. That's something we definitely need to invent. Need to invent skipping cutscenes in real life. Just skip the commute. You need fast travel. And cutscene skipping.
Yes.
It's like, fuck that person making your life miserable while you're working. Just skip cutscene, they're gone. Pretty much every time that happens, the kids are more mature than the parents. The parents are like grown-up children. The kids are like embarrassed. I've seen it happen so many times. The kids are like disgusted at their parents. Definitely are a lot of people out there who should not have children. They pop them out like kids because we're taught that that's the only way you can be a successful adult is to pop out 18 kids you can't take care of. Those are the people who have no money and they're miserable because they have too many kids. The exact people that hate their lives. Because every waking action they do is devoted to their kids. They don't have time for themselves anymore. I put it on Japanese voices this time. A lot of people have been whining about the English voices. I didn't find them that bad. I thought they were more than serviceable, especially because they actually did not redub this game. They just... They took the lines from the PSP version and just copy and pasted them. It's like, you gotta judge it as a English dub for a video game from like 13 years ago. Not the higher quality ones that we get now. I think the only redub they did for this was the Japanese voice actors came back. They brought them back, but the English ones they didn't bother. I mean, this is a weeb game, so I can understand not wanting to do that. But I didn't find the English dub that bad. I generally will. I'll give an English dub a chance. There definitely are some instances where I won't bother playing on English, but I usually play games like this in English at least once. If the dub is really bad, then I won't try it, but... I don't know, I'm kind of weird. I play a lot of Japanese games, but I actually prefer the English voices sometimes. Really depends on the game. Vesperia Definitive Edition dub is like a hard no. They completely botched that dub. Because they got two different people to voice the main character, which is... I don't need to explain why that's bad. But I definitely loved the English dub of the original Vesperia. I thought it was better than the Japanese one. But... that's kind of a unique case. A lot of weebs my age never grew out of the dubs are always bad, they're always objectively bad. They never grew out of that phase. And I understand it, because I'm about that age too, give or take a couple years. Dubs were really bad, especially for video games. They were really bad for a long time, so I get it, but people can definitely be a little bit dismissive. I think the dubs are the best they've ever been, for the most part. Yeah, I definitely grew up with a lot of terrible dubs. Games and stuff I would watch, the dubs were really bad. No, I get it. It's not like it's completely unwarranted, but I think it teeters on the brink of being very dismissive at this point. I didn't mind the dub for this, even though it's actually deceptively really old. It's from like 2010. It's still good.
So. ここは噴水広場です。
Peak anxiety attack music playing right now. Not as good as the anxiety attack music in Wo Long and Neo. As a clinically anxious person, I'm a very good judge of anxiety attack music. Sakuraba always delivers with the that kind of stuff.
Masaka. Come on, Bunny. まったく。
This is definitely one of those games. It's a product of its time. They would say that you had two different games to play through, and it's really only like 1.2. It's only like 20% new content. This game admittedly has more than a lot of games that came after this that tried to do the same gimmick, but I don't know. The problem with stuff like this is that you're playing through a different perspective, but it's still the same person that's in your party like 95% of the game, so it's not that interesting. If if it had like any kind of bearing on the outcome of the story, I think it would be more interesting, but Resident Evil 2 came out around the same time as the original version of this game, and that game does the same thing. It doesn't really have 4 different games, alright? It's marketing. Yes, there are some things that are different, but when you're not a broke-ass teenager and you have, like, different games to play, it's like, you know, once or twice is enough. You don't need to play it more than that. There's not enough new stuff to warrant it when you're a busy, working adult, you know? But they're very clear that they wanted this to be a one-to-one remake. They didn't want to change anything, so I think they should be commended for that, because a lot of the other JRPG remakes have really fucked with the story, and I personally don't care, but a lot of people get really angry over that. I think they did the best they could with giving you New Game Plus, which was not in the original, and then you also can skip all the cutscenes, so if you do a lot of the prep time on your first playthrough, you can get back and see the new stuff pretty quick. This game's got that going for it, at least. I think Tales of Xillia actually has, like, came out, like, 13 years after this game did, and has less reason to play through it twice than this does, which is kind of sad when you think about it. Tales of Xillia has the exact same gimmick, and it's like, it's what, like, probably like 2 or 3 unique boss fights. I think it's like maybe like 1 dungeon you don't go through. That's it. It's nowhere near enough. Most adults don't have time to play these games more than once as it is, but then they do stuff like that. It's like, why would I even bother? It's like 15% new content, if even that. You don't need to be 2 different campaigns. Unless it's gonna be like massively different. It's kind of why I don't think most JRPGs don't really do that anymore, because they realize people have caught on to the scam. It's like, really, just play as it once. You pick the male protagonist or the female protagonist, and you look up the rest on YouTube. Unless you're like flat broke and you have like no games in your backlog, it's not worth another couple dozen hours. You can play a new experience instead of play the same JRPG again with like 20% new content. Tales of Xillia 1 is like the last one I can think of that tried to do that kind of thing. People criticized it for what it was. It's a marketing ploy. Could easily just give you like a choice when you're playing the game, like a path system. Like, I'm gonna go fight this boss, go this direction. Have like a little divergence there, but not make you choose one character. I think games like this that do it are worse because they're not turn-based, so they kind of have to make it mostly similar because they don't want to like strip you of your favorite character. Mate.
行きましょう。
行きましょう。
カモンバニー。
あなたた
Alright, good music time. This is actually something I have not seen before, so I won't skip this cutscene.
後ろなの？後ろですって。
意外に弱かったね。
You can probably find it on YouTube. Probably on there.
.そういえば行くわよ。
Yeah, this is classic. Classic PS1 era Sakuraba right here. Valkyrie Profile soundtrack sounds a lot like this as well. It wasn't until he started doing Tales games that his music got worse in a lot of ways, but I really think that was because they told him to have a specific style. Yeah, he started composing for Tales around this time as well. Eternia was like, what, like 2 years after this
ど
game?
うやら
なんとか助
でもみ
じゃあ黙ってみて。でも
そうね。
頑張れ。
ほら
Kanbare!
もっと
悪いんだけども。
あ、後ろ。
あ？
危ない。
Abunai!
すごい光。
あれ？
それに
竜はどこだ？ねえ、ねえって。あ？
ヤフフ。
うわー！全然良くないよ。
さあ
どう考えたってさっきまで僕が戦っていた竜じゃないか。
と
君たちが後ろで騒いでいたからこんなことになっちゃったんじゃないか。
すみません。
責任は取ってく。
え
僕を傷物にした責任は
どうすればいいん？
当然。当たり前だよ。こんな竜を背負っていたら僕。
わかりました。
本当かい？
Like how he doesn't look anything like his sprite. It's like when they, Richter Belmont, they redid they got Ayami Kojima to draw new art for him, and it looks nothing like the sprite.
だって
The downside of using the old sprites is like
問題はないん
they
だ。
try to give them updated looks, but the sprites don't represent it properly at all.
そういえばよろしく。
よ
The Richter Belmont in that drawing that they did, the new art that they did for the Symphony of the Night remastered, it don't even look like the same people. Look completely different.
なんだよお手
If you're not gonna redraw the sprite,
あ
what's the point of commissioning her to make a,
Katsuki
more,
no,
a different drawing? They don't even look like the same character.
こっちの子は
レナそう
ね
こいつらに
えだって
そうだか
そうだなそうだわ瞳の
安易だな
なんか言った
いえな
それで
だったら
ほん
ええ本のたくさん
そうか
マーズの長老作
そうか
あったわ
よし取りつかれし魔物の種により
僕は竜だよ
魔物竜に取りつかれし者
その
銀の杯が眠るわ
源
湖って言えば
でも
きっと山岳
王者の涙を持ちし者空を舞う王者
だったらクロスの西に
空の王者
それから
魔物竜が生まれし場所に戻りて
それで僕は
激しき苦しみ
ギョロとそこまで
それじゃ
そういうわけじゃないそれじゃああまりにもか
あちゃ
わいそう
なんてやつだ
いやしょうがないんじゃない
やっと見つけた払い落としの方法なんだ
じゃあ手始めにアシュトン
ギョロとウルルンのいないアシュと
なんだよ
山岳宮殿はカモンバーニー
そうだな
Let's try this guy out. Since I didn't get him the first time. He has a very, very short cutoff point for when you can get him. It's like almost instantly. Especially if you're just going to where it tells you to go. Yeah, this does have more new content than
頑張ればなん
the average game that does this gimmick. Like I said, there's a game that came out 13 years after this that
な
has
んだこい
less.
つらか
ダブルといやそれ甘い
僕らの
甘い
勝ちだな
ツインスタップスタップいや
僕らの勝ちだななんとかなるさ
油断は禁物よ
これなら満点だな
よし
Probably go power level him right now, but I want to get Diaz as well. So I kind of want to save all the raid bosses. I'm going to save all the raid bosses because I can easily kill them with what I have right now, endgame gear. Get like a ton of experience. I'd rather not fight them right now. Need to be harvested for their resources. Okay, apparently that wasn't where I was supposed to go. So let's just do this. Yo, this 70% rate is bullshit. How do I fail a 70% chance like 4 times in a row? It's like XCOM or Fire Emblem status. Like, bullshit success rates. Like just as bad as XCOM and Fire Emblem. Yeah, it's not 70%, it's 0.7%.
よし
Something's wrong with your eyes. You're not looking at it properly. You need sleep. Yeah, I can go kill that boss right now, but I'm gonna go ahead and wait. Go ahead and wait because I want to get all the characters I don't already have. I can like get them like 50, 60 levels and kill that boss really quick. With all the experience bonuses I have. I'll get shredded pretty quick. Have to restrain the battle spirit, because it's a waste of experience. He gives like 1 million. That robot over there gives like 1 million experience, so you don't want to waste it on maxed out characters. You want to save it for the characters that you haven't powered up yet. I gotta continue with the story until I get Diaz. Alright, so we're back to skipping cutscenes now. Go ahead and drop another save here.
やれやれ。
ねえカモンバーニー。
これ
やり残したことはありません。
No, there's nothing to do. only gameplay I have to do is required fights. Everything else is optional. Just want to check out the stuff I missed, including the true last boss, which I fucked up the first time. I didn't know that the trigger, you only have like 2 minutes of gameplay to do it in. So I missed it the first time because I wasn't like really looking at a guide. I wanted to at least play some of the game blind. Like, oh, by the way, you can't do the true last boss unless you do this one missable. It's basically just watching a cutscene. It's in that town where the boat got destroyed. There was the earthquake. You have to do an event before you talk to the boat captain. If you don't, and you don't have a previous save, you're locked out for the entire playthrough.
待って
I didn't know that until I was like 30 hours in. But luckily, they make it pretty easy, and you do have some new stuff to discover. But yeah, I don't really care about her perspective. I'm skipping all the stuff that might be unique. It's the same outcome. I think this kind of gimmick would be more interesting if it was like somebody who joins like halfway through instead of in the first 10 minutes of the game. So that you would actually see a different perspective, or maybe it like changed the outcome of the ending in some way instead of just here's the same stuff you've already seen but from the perspective of somebody who's with you all the time. I don't know. It's never really been much of a hook for me. I think it's why most games don't bother to do it anymore, because it's too much work to actually make it drastically different. This game does it better than most, but it still is a lot of the exact same thing. Very minute differences. The biggest difference is the characters that you can get. Other than that, I don't really care about her perspective. If I played her first, I wouldn't care about Claude's perspective. It's the same damn thing. Not different enough. And you can skip all the cutscenes. I'm already like several hours into the game at this point. I've only been playing for like an hour. Make it pretty painless at least. It'll be fun to power level these guys. That's probably what I'm gonna stop with this game for tonight. It's only 10 o'clock. So I have some other stuff I want to test. Instead of this glorified walking sim I'm playing right now. Because there's no need to fight anything. The monsters are docile, they're dormant, they're peaceful. We're going to spare their lives. There's no benefit in their demise. Yep, she's getting in there.
楽勝ね
Got that hook punch.
10秒だ。はっはっや空破山
空破山
クロスウェイ空破山
空破山
空破山クロスウェイ時間の無駄だ。
よっ
なんだこいつらやってはっやってはっ80点ってとこだな。邪魔空破山
空破山
クロスウェイ空破山次に行くか。
ほん
空破山
This is like watching
クロスウェイ
an anime series
クロスウェイ
on like fast forward.
空破山クロスウェイ
Skip everything.
クロスウェイ
It's like
空
those
破山
filler guides that people have
無
for
駄な
like
時間を取った
anime. It's like, yeah, just skip episode 37 to 57, nothing happens. That's pretty much what this game is after you played it once. With short bits of something actually coherent happening, and the rest is pretty much just fast forward. It's just how it should be. I think a game like this, it's criminal to not have cutscene skips. How many times they want you to play
ま
it.
ずい敵だこれでどうだ
Get locked and hit stun. Come on, kill him quicker. Come on, you can do it. There you go. Scripted fight. You can't win it. Classic RPG trope of somebody's not in your party, they're like 10,000 times stronger. And then they're jobbers when they join your party. Classic JRPG trope. He's like invincible. He's like invincible in that fight, and then you get him, he's like level 17. And cool, what happened? He stops taking performance-enhancing drugs the moment they get in your party. They gotta weigh in tomorrow, they gotta hop off the steroids. I'm guessing, that's my explanation. There's like countless JRPGs where it happens. More RPGs have that trope than anything else. When they're not on your side, they're like level 255.
ね
When they're in your party, they're like level 12. Alright.
えカモンバーニー
Making good progress here. Alright, that's all the gameplay for now. 10 seconds of gameplay. We're back to a walking sim now. You don't even have to go through the dungeon. Oh wait, never mind. I almost made a crucial mistake.
やったわ
A little bit of realism here. You actually have to go up to the herb. And now I can go back. That was the fastest RPG dungeon ever. Like 1 minute. They even let you keep the map, so you just go the exact path. Yeah, you're getting in the party because you're a martial artist. We like martial artists around here.
Key さん
Alright, Rena, get out. Get out, Rena. You're getting the boot too once Diaz joins. Get out. Yeah. Not needed at all. This game is pretty interesting, because like you don't need healers. Once you get HP drain, healers are dead weight. Because they do less damage. There's no reason to take healers. You can just give HP drain to everybody. And more self-sustainable than actually having a healer. Which I think is cool, because they're never fun to play. They're really boring to play in this game compared to modern Tales games, where they at least have, like, some unique stuff.
Kimi たちは今楽
僕だ 行くよ
Ugh.
Come on, Bunny! おいおい 敵だぞ。
怪我はないか。思い知ったか。
Come on, get him! Get him! You guys are being disobedient. Come on. Bodyguard just like stops working sometimes. They don't take random encounters. Not good.
意外に弱かったな。
Kinda need to build up the bonus gauge anyway, since I'm like not actually fighting anything.
よ
行くよ。
よし。よし。
Come on, you doofuses! Skip the fight. Not.
これなら満点だな。よし。
大丈夫大丈夫。
これなら満点だな。よし。これで。
Not fast travel out of here. Oh, yeah, you can. This game does a good job of not arbitrarily getting rid of fast travel. It's one of the easiest ways to add, like, pad out a game like this by like 10-15 hours is we gotta do a victory run through the dungeon for no real reason. We can say the game takes 80 hours. It's more like 50 if you cut all that out.
Come on, Bunny!
Kinda gotta remember how kind this game is to the player. Like, yeah, you can just fast travel to the first save point. There's nothing stopping you. If you got everything on your first lap, just continue with the
帰っていらっしゃる
story.
のですね。
You're back into new content within, like, minutes. Instead of... You gotta victory jog back. Just for the hell of it. Very refreshing as somebody who's played a lot of these games. This remake might not be perfect, but it does respect your time. I've seen people complaining about how short it is. It's mostly just... It's a one-to-one remake. It's just they cut out all the padding. So... It makes the game seem shorter than it actually is. If it had PS1 random encounters and load times, that would easily add, like, a good 10 hours onto a casual playthrough. No question there. And since they got rid of all that stuff, you kind of spend most of your time actually playing. You still get to enjoy the story as well. I think it's a good compromise, personally. I actually did watch the entire story the first time. Just not watching it now because it's the same thing, but that was pretty cool that I could consume the entire story and like be done with the game in just a couple hours. It wasn't like super overbearing.
Come on, Bunny!
おいおい。おいおい。
Did the game freeze? Oh no, I alt-tabbed out. I was talking to a friend. he sent me a message like 30 minutes ago, and I've been too immersed in this walking sim to respond. But yeah, it'll freeze when I alt-tab. Thank you for telling me. Probably like 30% through the game already. Okay, so he joins the party now.
ディアスディアス あなた
There we go. Oh, some good anxiety attack music playing again.
僕が頑張らないと。
多少はできそうです
Yeah, Boruto.
魔物
また
さ大丈夫大丈夫
これな
こんなもんだね。
終わりましたね。多少はできそうです。
まずいな
よかった。よかった。
characters do I have right now? Because there's only 8 slots. So I gotta plan who the last 2 are gonna be. I'm probably not gonna play this game again after this, so I might just roll with the same ones. Not really a whole lot of combat challenges left. The last ones that are left require me to get to the end of the game, so I don't know if I want to actually take Leon. I'm kind of leaning towards no. He's basically just going to be a bench warmer. Yeah, let's go ahead and put the new guys in the party and power level them. Kind of have to decide now, which kind of sucks. Actually, he's good for break focus, isn't he? I think he actually is. Let me go ahead and save really quick, because I have to... He's going to ask to join the party right now. Well, it's after this dungeon, actually. Let's see, is there a raid boss over here? Go, Bully. I don't remember if there's one on this continent. That would be the most ideal thing to do, because they're pretty underpowered. Let's see. Pretty sure there is one over here somewhere. I was wrong. There's no raid boss over here. You're locked onto this continent until you finish the story, so kind of annoying. You want to just level them up, but they don't let you fast travel. Yeah, you can't right now. Actually, there's one up here, isn't there? Alright. The first thing I need to do is get up the bonus gauge. So let's go ahead and put on, go ahead and drop a save. Drop a save and put on scouting. And take off bodyguard. And get the gauge up. Probably cop a couple levels from this.
敵だぞ。
なんとかなるよ。
怪我すんなよ。
これなら勝てそうだな。
大丈夫大丈夫。
これなら待ってたな。
こんなこともある。
これなら勝てそうだな。いくよ。
クロスウェイ。怪我すんなよ。敵だぞ。
これなら勝てそうだな。
やったな。この程度。くだらんな。
よかったなんだこいつ。クロスウェイ。さあこれならスナップ。大丈夫大丈夫。これならスナップ。
空破山
これでどうだ
朝
無
飯前だな
駄な時間を取ったなくだらんな
よし
敵だぞ
空破山
クロススラッシュ勝負だ
怪我すん
クロススラッシュ横断か
なんとかなる
クロススラッシュ
敵だぞ
クロススラッシュ
意外に弱かったな
やったぞ
空破山
なんとかなるさ大丈夫だよなんとかなる意外に弱かったな
嬉しいな
それなら勝てそうだな
本気でいくよ
敵だぞなんだ空破山なんとかなるさ大丈夫意外に弱かったな
くだらんな
よし
大丈夫大丈夫
でいくよクロススラッシュ横断
やったなこれなら満点だななんとかなるさ
クロススラッシュ横断
怪我すんなよこれなら勝て
クロススラッシュ
これなら勝て大丈夫朝飯は満点だな
Let's go take this boss down. I think this is like the bandit one that gives shit experience, but whatever. It'll help. So there's an experience food in here somewhere. I hope I saved some. Thought I might have to. Oh yeah, there's still 12 here. Okay. Alright, so let's come back.
カモンバーニー
Here.
Come on, bunny.
Oh, no. This attempt's toast. Attempt's toast. They all died too quick. Alright, there's an easy way to fix this. Easy way to fix this. It's gonna be... Actually... just make like 2 of them invincible with the bloody armor. Yeah. I don't feel like opening cheat engine right now. Actually, I'm gonna have to, aren't I? Oh shit. Alright, well, it's easy to fix. Give me a moment here. Time to open cheat engine. Easy to fix. Alright. I think we're good now. Let me see. Yeah, they're all pretty much invincible now.
Yes, 安らかに眠れよ。
13 levels.
嬉しいな。
That was worth it. There you go. Big place. Normally I would not cheat for the gear, but the items improvement system in this game is awful. It's probably the only thing they worsened. It's like really bad. It's not fun trying to get exactly what you want, and the game just like doesn't give it to you. I did it for a couple hours like last week, and I'm like, you know what? I don't like this game enough. It's just mind-numbing. I don't need to be doing shit like that. Everybody's been asking for how to get it done quicker. It's like it's RNG, no matter how you slice it. If you're on PC, there's no reason to put up with that, as far as I'm concerned. It'd be better if these bosses gave you like equipment to just guarantee that you put it on. That would make fighting the bosses and learning the strategies to beat them quick more worthwhile. But it really is just keep reloading the game over and over. Like endlessly until you get something worth using, which is dumb. I don't think that's how the game should be designed, personally. Take the bloody armor off now.
Come on, Bunny.
It's weird how they streamline so much, but then to get what you want on the weapon you want, it takes hours. It takes at least an hour. That's if the game is nice to you. It can take more than that. The only thing you can do is slightly mitigate the RNG. But you really can just be sitting there for hours, reloading the game over and over. You've streamlined the pacing of the game to an impressive level. This is like a JRPG for working, responsible adults. You can see like the whole thing in like 20 hours, but then you start getting into the in-game challenges and it's worse in some ways because everything is it's just random. It doesn't matter what you do. You can be waiting hours to get something useful. It's pretty whack. You should be able to sacrifice like high-level equipment and then just be able to choose exactly what you want. I think that would have been better instead of what it's doing now, where it's like there's no reason to not save scum, but even save scumming doesn't make it faster. It just makes it so you don't lose your materials. That's the only thing it does. It has no bearing on skill at all. It's how much undying patience do you have?
Mama.
知ったか嬉しいな。
つらに
歯応えがありそうだ。
うまくいお
Alright, well, that's over half the game done, and let me look at my saves here. Let me look at my saves here. 25:55 was when I started this playthrough. Under 2 hours. There's only pretty much the dungeons to unseal. The final dungeon. That's all that's left. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a break from this for now. Let me make sure I saved. Drop another one. In case I screw something up. Yeah. Can easily get through that game in like 3 hours. You're on New Game Plus with end game characters. You can plow through that game real quick. Alright, I had something else I wanted to try tonight, so that's enough Star Ocean for tonight. Gotta set up the mods, which I haven't done before, so let me put some music on. Take a few minutes. trying to find that mod. I don't know how many people are watching, but you can have some patience with me. I haven't done this before. I usually prepare my mods before I start streaming, but I was just not feeling good today. I'm gonna need to have more patience with myself. Where the hell was that mod? I saw it, but I guess I didn't download it. Ah, here we go. I think I found the guy that made it. Let me see here. It's probably gonna take another 1 or 2 songs. I'm almost there. Hold on. I set it up. Let's see. Let's see. Hope I didn't break it. It'd be easy to fix if it's broken. No rage needed. That might be just be compiling shaders. Yeah, alright. Alright, yeah. Gotta like when PC ports actually freaking compile the shaders before you start playing. Instead of the game stuttering every time you push an attack button. Or like move or jump or anything. It's actually... I thought maybe it crashed, but... I guess it was compiling shaders. Also, the kitty on this title screen is awesome. That's a sign of a good game right there.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
If I style switch again. I gotta remember how to play this game. I don't know if the mod is working. That's kind of what I'm trying to test. Is the mod working? Can't quite tell. Let me look at this again. Look at the instructions. probably really regretting that decision now, aren't they? Yeah, I'm sure they regret that. Maybe we shouldn't work with this guy with this batshit insane agency. Especially now that they want to make these games turn-based now for some reason, which almost no one likes. The new one looks pretty good, but I'm not playing a 60-hour turn-based RPG. I'm sorry. Not happening. Not doing that. Why don't they have like 2 different modes that you can play? Turn-based is just not interesting to me. Not, at least not the way that they do it. If it was like Valkyrie Profile, I'd play it. I'm very bad at this game. That's okay. It takes too long to get into a fight. I'm actually enjoying this. I haven't played this game in like months. But yeah, the mod is working. Just kind of got to learn the moveset. Yeah, I could get Game Pass to try that game out, but the thing I don't like about playing Game Pass games with mods is that A, the mods don't work, or B, it's hell on earth to get the save file. So like, Game Pass is kind of overrated. If you actually take advantage of PC gaming, meaning use mods and cheat engine to enhance the games, or skip grinding, or just have fun when you've already kind of played it all already. Yeah, Game Pass is kind of overrated. I mostly just use it. I subscribe sometimes if there's something I want to try and it's like a shit PC port. I'll pay $10 a month to try it out, but mod compatibility with Game Pass games, and also a lot of times the saves are encrypted as well. Like I played Wo Long on Game Pass before I bought it, and it was a nightmare to convert the save. I ended up cheating to get back to where I was when I did buy it. The save was like locked down and decrypted in like 10 different ways. I guess they do that so you'll stay subscribed, but yeah, Game Pass is not as great as people say it is, at least if you're taking advantage of paying a premium to play these games on PC. It's not as worth it as they make it seem. Because some of these games are greatly enhanced by mods and cheat engine. You can sometimes get like a whole other playthrough out of games like this, but then you play on Game Pass, there's a very high chance that either the mods won't work, or you have to wait for somebody to port it to Game Pass, which doesn't even always happen, or you have to pray for somebody to make a save transfer tool. It's like, I don't know, it's too many downsides for me. Personally, that's already too much. That's asking a lot. Now, if you're on Xbox, Game Pass is an amazing deal, because you won't even have access to mods anyway, right? You won't have access to mods no matter how you slice it. So it's like worth it there, but on here, it's a bit of a stretch. Doesn't the EX work?
Waste.
Yeah, Wo Long had a save transfer for like the first couple patches, but then the guy stopped updating it, so if you play that game on Game Pass, you kind of have to accept that the mods aren't going to work. Well, there aren't really any mods for that game, but there is a cheat engine table, and you can't transfer your save, which, if you have a Steam Deck, is a major, major disadvantage. Steam Deck has kind of made Game Pass a lot less viable as well, because it's like pretty difficult to get Game Pass games working on there. But yeah, I kind of wanted to try the new Yakuza, because it looks like the one I'd probably like the most, because it's more compact. It doesn't have an overwhelming amount of content, but then I don't want to pay $40 for it, and I don't want to play the game and then find out that I can't transfer my save. So it kind of makes me not care. I really think they do that on purpose. It's to keep you subscribed, and that they'll hope that you buy it on there. But buying games on Game Pass is generally not worth it, because the vast majority of the stuff that they have on Game Pass, it does have a mod or cheat engine community of some capacity, from large to small. I mean, all the Yakuza games are on there, right? Almost all of them. Those games have hundreds of mods. So it's like, yeah, you know, it's nice that they have them all on there. You could subscribe for a few months and play through the entire series, and then you're kind of missing out on the mods. So I don't know. It depends on how much that stuff means to you, but in my opinion, we have to pay a premium to play the latest games on PC. You might as well go all the way and have access to all the advantages instead of just some of them. But that's just me. Some people don't care about mods. But yeah, that's kind of the thing they don't tell you about it. You know, it's nice to sometimes have brand new games day one, but my experience was I could not get my Wo Long save transfer, and I played a good 5-6 hours. I couldn't get it transferred. It was like hell on earth to do it. I bought the game and played back to where I was. Apparently, it's like on a case-to-case basis. I know some of the Yakuza game mods do work on Game Pass, but I guess only some of them do. I don't know. There's pages and pages and pages of mods for all those games. Like, people have completely revamped the movesets. They've changed the mechanics. They've rebalanced the entire games and stuff. Like, that's just too much to miss out on, in my opinion. Especially when Yakuza games don't really hold their value that much. They tend to be dirt cheap after like a year. I really don't think it's worth losing all that, in my opinion. Game Pass is still a good deal. I think the worst thing that could happen would be you don't buy the game, you beat it, and your save can't be transferred, and then they take it off Game Pass, which means if you uninstall the game, you might not have access to the save anymore. That's probably like the worst possible outcome. The save should still be on your computer, but I'm pretty sure you can't re-download a Game Pass save if you switch computers. I'm fairly certain you can't. I think you're just kind of boned in that situation. You know, your computer went down, or you upgraded it, or you're somewhere else. Yeah, you would have to buy the game to get access to the save again. That sounds pretty bad. I don't know if that's happened to anybody, but very real possibility. Somebody probably got screwed over like that. I think a lot of people are going to get that rude awakening whenever they take the Yakuza games off Game Pass. There's probably going to be a lot of people that's going to happen to, and that really sucks. But I guess that's the price you pay. You're basically just renting the games. You really don't have any ownership over it. I had that issue with, I bought Dynasty Warriors 8, the Microsoft Store version has all the DLC, so play that game on PC. It's technically the best, but the mods don't work on it, and you can't get into the save either. The save was encrypted. I was like, I wasted my money on that. It's no one's fault but mine. I didn't think a 10-year-old game would be that locked down that hard. Harder than, like, the average game that's got Denuvo. Yeah. The mods didn't work. I couldn't transfer my save. I wasted $40 on that. It's no one's fault, really. I just wasn't expecting a game that's that old to be that locked down. But yeah, it was a nightmare to get that game to take the mods or anything. I was like, yeah, I might as well just buy the DLC on Steam at this point, because they have to start the game from scratch. Also, none of the mods would work. It's not even worth it. That was kind of a rude awakening for me. I didn't think it was that serious. Everything was locked down. I couldn't get to the save file. None of the mods worked at all. I tried. Because I couldn't get to the files. I couldn't make the mods work. Yeah. low-key useless. Apparently there are some games that you can play and buy on Game Pass and the mods work. But there's no like formula to it at all. There's like no formula to it whatsoever. So if you're going to invest a lot of time into something on Game Pass and you care about, you know, taking advantage of the fact that you're gaming on a free an open platform, yeah, you gotta do your research. Because like most of the stuff that gets made is for the Steam version. Or if it does get made for Game Pass, it doesn't get updated when the game gets patched. So, in the same situation again. Actually, that's what happened with Judgment and Lost Judgment were only on streaming services initially because Johnny Associates was not happy. They didn't want there to be any access to the files. That's why that game was on Stadia, and everyone hated that. And that doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize Sega doesn't want that, right? PC is actually a major platform for the Yakuza games. They didn't want that, obviously. Everyone's like, why are you doing this? It's like, the answer is simple. Because the guy's agency is really anal. They don't want mods. So the only way that they could put the game on PC was to put it on a shitty streaming platform that lags like crazy and is not optimal for that kind of game. That was the only way that they could put it on there. Like, yeah, you guys can play it, but none of the files are actually on your computer, so they cannot be altered in any way. No one was happy about that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right, given what we know about that guy's agency. Until the original CEO passed away, that was pretty much the only way those games are ever going to be on PC. Sega obviously wasn't happy because it's money on the table. Even though the games are on Game Pass, they sell a lot on Steam. I bought that Stadia version. It was very laggy. I don't know, man. Most of America has garbage internet. They didn't even service places of the world that had actual internet that maybe could handle playing something that's not a turn-based RPG or a card game. They had, like, whole fighting games and, like, hardcore action games on there. The service just couldn't handle that kind of game, but, like, that's the main thing that's going to get people to subscribe, obviously. You don't exactly need a lot of processing power to play, like, Hearthstone or Dragon's Quest. You kind of gotta have those high-fidelity action games to get people to sub, but the tech just wasn't there. I tried multiple games on Stadia. The experience was nothing but terrible. The game's crashing constantly, barking at me, telling me my internet wasn't good enough, even though I could do everything else just fine. It's like your connection's unstable. BS it is. Your service sucks. That's the problem. Don't shift the blame on me. Remember when Dawn of the Monsters was on Stadia first? I paid for the Stadia Premium, and like the Stadia version, it kept telling me my internet was unstable, and then it was also locked at 30 FPS for some reason. So it was a shit version of the game. And then to make it worse, I went to the Game Center, which has, or had, it's not open anymore. It had fiber internet, and nobody else was in there but me and the employees. I went on Stadia over there. I'm like, maybe it actually is my internet. Maybe they haven't psychologically manipulated me into thinking it is. I went over there and said the same damn thing. Like, how is their connection unstable? They're on fiber internet that doesn't go down, and nobody else is in the store but me and the people who work there. Like, you gotta be kidding me. I'm just thinking about that, how ridiculous that whole situation was. I asked them for a key, and they're like, oh, it's on Stadia. I'm like, well, when is it on a platform that doesn't suck? I was willing to give Stadia a chance, especially with somebody who plays a lot of portable games, but yeah, it was nowhere near what they advertised. It's pretty much a disaster. Connection is unstable. Like, no, your service sucks. Your service sucks. That's what the problem is. Don't place the blame on my internet. It didn't even like fiber internet at the Game Center. It's like, no, that internet's not good enough either. What do I have to have, like, NASA-powered internet or something? And play this game without it lagging? That's that message they were sending me. Need to jack into the Matrix to use Google Stadia to play anything that's not a turn-based RPG. Gee, I wonder why it shut down. They had to refund everybody, which was funny, so they lost a ton of money on that. Because they were selling games on there, it wasn't really a rental service, it was actually like a... It's like Netflix if you could buy the movies, essentially what it was. So, you weren't renting the games, you're technically owning them, even though you had no access to the game files. Die! Die! Nice. Can you die, please? Die! He won't die. Please die. Thank you. How is he still alive, man? Should have been dead by now. Oh, come on! He had no health! What? He had no health! His health bar was empty! What? How much more health did they give him? Oh well. I have no idea why he just, like, stopped taking damage. There's nothing really else left to do in this game anyway. He wouldn't fucking die, man! Hit him, like, so many times. His health bar wasn't going down. It's kind of the weakness of this character is the last boss, because the last boss hitboxes are really Muso tier. He can be like way above his head and still get hit, but that's like the main way that she gets damage. So yeah, I think the Thief is probably the best character in that game right now. Being able to dash around is cool. It's just when you fight anything that doesn't stagger, pretty much every time you go in the air is a huge risk. I probably should have stayed on the ground a little bit more. Oh well. I think I'm done for tonight, folks. I think I want to try to get to bed early. I might boot up again in a little bit. I'm just like kind of figuring out what game I want to start next. Either going to be Lost Judgment, East 10, or Star Ocean 6. I'm leaning towards Star Ocean 6 because it's going to be less of a commitment. But yeah, those Lost Judgment mods are pretty cool. I might actually mod the game a little bit more, because the thing I don't like about the RGG games is how much content they have. That's why the new one that just came out is kind of interesting to me, because people are saying you can do everything in like 30 hours. I'm like, I've never actually beaten one of those games before, so it's either going to be Lost Judgment or Gaiden, the one that just came out. But yeah, I kind of need to sit and think what game I want to start, because I don't want to just stream a couple hours of something and keep switching around. I'm thinking Star Ocean 6. I might play that a little bit off stream and see if I like it. And then if I do, it's actually a really cool thread here. I made on the Star Ocean Reddit, which is a very nice community, very unlike a lot of other gaming Reddits, like the Diablo 4 Reddit. Somebody's like, yeah, you can do style play in Star Ocean 6. I'm like, wow, that sounds pretty cool. So, I'm thinking that might be the next game I play, but I kind of got to wait and see. Gungrave got DLC character. I uploaded a gameplay video of him, but ever since the game got updated, it runs like way worse in emulator, so I'm like not really wanting to play that right now either, unfortunately. It's in Ryujinx, it stutters a lot, and then in Yuzu, it stutters and also doesn't render the textures properly, so it's kind of a mess in both emulators, and it's not a popular enough game for them to care. You know, obviously, when Mario Wonder came out and Mario RPG in a couple of days, they're gonna have that shit working pronto because they're gonna make money on their Patreon. Like, no one's gonna care about Gungrave. It's the same thing with what's it called? Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. That game's been broken in Yuzu for months, and they just only fixed it like last month. It's like no one's really playing that game in emulator, which is ironic because that game needs emulation the most because it runs at like 20 FPS and below when you're actually playing it as intended. But they just didn't care to fix it. Nobody even like reported it. So I don't expect Gungrave to be fixed. It'll either be fixed on my end by I did DM the person who did the mods for the launch version of the game, so hopefully when he has time, he will update those mods. But right now they don't work. So that was kind of the game I wanted to play, just because it's chill and doesn't make me frustrated or anything. But my hands are kind of tied there. It stutters constantly. It's weird because when I put it in portable mode, it stutters less, but still does it. And if I put it in docked, it's less taxing on the computer, but it runs worse. I can't describe how weird that is. I don't know how or why that's happening, but that's kind of the problem I'm facing with that right now. So there is going to be a BlazBlue Entropy Effect updates in like 10 days, so I'll be checking that out. I'll probably be playing that on kitty sitting streams, actually, maybe a little bit at home as well. I need to make a video for that. That game got a major update a while back. It was really good. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it there, folks. If I boot up again, it'll probably be in a little bit. I'm going to take my meds and maybe eat something and see how I feel. I'm very mentally drained today because of stuff that happened I was talking about earlier, so I'll catch you guys later.